the living one. Oh, dear God, all that crack and all the cigarettes and all the marijuana I smoked all my life. I have COPD and I can barely even breathe. I'm just so glad to be clean and sober today. It's just absolutely a different life, a completely different life. Okay, what we're looking at here is a movie. I suggest everybody go and watch this movie. It's called Deja Vu with Denzel Washington. I've been telling people for a long time now. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11, Bible Hub. Let me turn on my mouse so you guys don't have to see my hand get in the way every time. Okay, what are we looking at here? In order that Satan should not outwit us, for we're not unaware of his schemes. But when we pop over here to the King James Bible, what does it tell us? Lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. Okay, I've been telling people for a long time that our ancestors from long, long, long ago learned how to pop a hole in the veil. They've ripped a hole in this veil, folks. They've learned how to do time travel. They've learned how to come through portals. That's what they've learned to do. This is how Jesus escaped death. Okay? This is how he ascended. This is how they move back and forth from the spiritual realm where we cannot see on the other side of the veil into this material world. Okay? And they're showing us in Hollywood over and over and over and over. The Matrix, a movie called Alien. I can't think of it. It sucks, but it's about a piece that looks like CERN that they found, and it's very radioactive and it's killing people, or at least these program writers who write programs and stuff. They keep bringing people in and they get sick from the machine. Okay, so we're going to take a look at this scene here real quick, and we're going to only let it play for a few minutes, or not even a few minutes, because they will strike me. Now, this is Denzel Washington, and he's just now realizing that what he is watching is somebody in the past. This woman has been killed on a boat already, and Val Kilmer is playing an agent, and as you can see, they're in a room full of technology, wired up to the hilt, and what they're capable of doing is seeing in the past, okay? Like the movie Pre-Crime, or what's it called? Majority Report with Tom Cruise. It's about being able to see into the future and stop somebody from committing the crime before they commit the crime. That's what it's all about. So let's take a real quick look at this clip. I'm going to only let it play for a second. So what Denzel's doing here right now is he's reaching for his jacket and he pulls out a laser. He shows you the laser, and he's starting to realize now that what he is watching is live. See, she's been killed in the accident already, but he's starting to realize that this woman here is alive. So Val Kilmer and this guy were whispering things to each other, and he looks down to the notes that Val Kilmer is writing down, and then this is what he does. So she saw that, but she's already dead. So this is really flipping him out. And this is why I'm telling you guys to go and watch this movie. It's a mind-blowing movie.
Are we back online? Something broke the field. What broke the field? That broke the field right there. That broke the field right there. That's what broke the field. Now, you want to tell me what the hell this thing is? It's not surveillance, Paul. It's not electronic thermal imaging. You guys have figured out a way to look into the past, yes or no? No. You're lying.
He's lying. They have found a way to look into the past. Not only the past, they found a way to see into the future. Because the past and the future are not aligned, okay? As history will lead us to believe that history is a line, it's a timeline. No, history is a loop. We are caught in a loop. The Matrix is telling us that we're caught in a loop. The movie They Live is telling you that we live among aliens. And they have learned how to use this technology, folks. This is not a joke. Please go and watch this movie, this full movie. It's on YouTube right now, Deja Vu. And watch for the truth bombs, folks. When it comes time for judgment, Satan is going to he's going to be an adversary against you. He's going to be like a prosecutioner. He's going to be trying to prosecute you before the Spirit, the Creator. And he's going to be telling the Creator that he showed you. I showed them the truth. But you guys aren't getting it because you can't grasp the reality because you're so caught up in this plane of existence. When the Bible is very plain and clear, and it tells us, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, Bible Hub, that our struggles is not against the flesh and blood. Let's drop down here to the King James Bible. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Because the flesh and blood is a trick. It's an illusion. I've showed you guys over and over and over that the flesh and blood is an illusion. Genesis chapter 1, verse 27, Bible Hub. So God created man in his own image. The biblical definition for the word image is an illusion. We live in an illusion. It's not real. And these people, through technology, have learned how to create a hole in the fabric of this reality and see into the past, as Denzel Washington just clearly showed you. And they're doing it with the devices. For we're not ignorant of his devices. This is in the Bible, folks. This is so big. What is the definition for a device? Definition of device. A thing or adapted, a thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially a piece of mechanical or electronic equipment. Images of CERN. That, folks, is an electronic piece of equipment. It's a computer. They're showing us over and over and over. Look at this little piece right here, this blue piece, right? Look at it. Tron gets trapped in the game grid. Right there in your face.
Stop. Please.
That, folks, is CERN. This movie was made in 1982. 40 freaking years ago. 42 years ago, this movie was made. Look at this equipment. Look at that is a round CERN. They're putting it right in front of your face. All right? Look at this little piece right here. Look at it. Look at it close. Look at it very close. Right there, folks. That's the same thing. This is a depiction that's over 5,000 years old. Okay? Okay, look at that. That's Jesus coming out of a CERN. Lest Satan should get an advantage over us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Look at that, folks. Look at that gold, that silver little piece. Look at Jesus, what he's throwing up at you. Those are devil horns, folks. That there is the same thing as that right there, right in your face. So I'm going to jump right into the next lesson, Samuel. Chapter 5, the ark in Ashdod in Akron, after the Philistines had captured the ark of God. The ark of God. Well, what's the ark of God, folks? I hate to tell you, the ark of God, which you can't understand, is our brain. It's the arc that fires off neurons between the pineal gland and the pituitary gland and fires off neurons. Engineering, CERN is reverse engineering of the Ark of the Covenant. It could also be reverse engineering of the woman's womb, which I believe it is. It's a machine that's learned how to tear a hole in the very fabric of this reality that we live in, and they're trying to bring demonic beings in from the other side. So they captured the Ark of God. They took it from Ebenezer to Ashdod. Then they carried the ark into Dagon's temple and set it beside Dagon. When the people of Ashdod rose early the next day, there was Dagon, fallen on his face on the ground before the ark of the Lord. They took Dagon and put him back in his place. But the following morning, when they rose, there was Dagon, fallen on his face on the ground before the ark of the Lord. His head and his hands had been broken off and were lying on the threshold. Only his body remained. That is why to this day neither the priest of Dagon nor any other who enter Dagon's temple at Ashdod step on the threshold. The Lord's hand was heavy on the people of Ashdod and its vicinity. He brought devastation on them and afflicted them with tumors. When the people of Ashdod saw what was happening, they said,
Okay.
yeah.
I just want to mention something about my race. It's okay. I was going to say it's a powerful.
Yeah. Okay, the ark of when the people of Ashdod saw what was happening, they said, the ark of the God of Israel must not stay with us, because his hand is heavy on us and on Dagon, our God. So they called together all the rulers of the Philistines and asked them, what shall we do with the ark of God of Israel? The ark of the God of Israel. Now remember, folks, God of Israel, let me show you, not just say it. God of Israel is the Lord, and God of Israel in gematria is 666. Okay, I know that Israel doesn't like seeing that. I didn't like seeing it either. It's also 322 in the Hebrew concordance, the Hebrew gematria. And 322 is skull and bones. All right? Just showing that. They answered, have the ark of the God of Israel moved to Gath. So they moved the ark of the God of Israel. But after they had moved it, the Lord's hand was against the city, throwing it into a great panic. He afflicted the people of the city, both young and old, with an outbreak of tumors. So they sent the ark of God to Akron. As the ark of God was entering Akron, the people of Akron cried out, they have brought the ark of the God of Israel around to us to kill us and our people. So they called together all the rulers of the Philistines and said, send the ark of the God of Israel away. Let it go back to its own place, or it will kill us and our people. For death has filled the city with panic. God's hand was very heavy on it. Those who did not die were afflicted with tumors, and the outcry of the city went up to heaven. So I'm just going to keep this a real short video. I just wanted to break one out. Much love to all those who are seeking in truth, seeking light, trying to find a spiritual understanding. You must worship the spirit, okay, in spirit and truth. You can't worship flesh or anything that's been in a flesh or possessed a flesh suit. Anything that's ever possessed a flesh suit is corrupted. Okay, we've all been corrupted. When your feet touch this earth here, this is a corrupted earth. You got to understand that. So I hope everybody falls into the truth, calls on the spirit of truth, and finds peace and glory. Much love, and I'll talk with you all later. This is White Raptor News Ministries.